It happened to me. The phone rang in the middle of the night. It was my mother, and she was crying hysterically. And the only thing I could make out was, "Your father's just been taken to the hospital. Come immediately." The next day, I canceled all my clients. I said goodbye to my wife and kids, and I jumped on the first plane to Los Angeles. I had no idea what my life was going to be like when I arrived in LA. I kept on hoping and praying that it wouldn't be serious, that my parents would just stay healthy. But it was serious, and it almost destroyed me. You see, my father was 95 years old, and he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. It's a disease that kills 95% of its victims. I arrived at the hospital, and I felt that most crushing feeling of responsibility. You see, my dad had made me the one that was responsible for making decisions about his care. You know, it can be such a difficult responsibility when you know that you're the one that potentially may be making life and death decisions. And literally for the next 5 weeks, literally 24 hours a day, my life was completely consumed with the stress of dealing with my mother who was grieving, and my difficult sister, and trying to make sense out of the complicated things that the doctors were trying to tell us. You know, I'm a clinical psychologist. I have 35 years of experience. I know very well the steps that are involved in dealing with the emotional challenges that my family was dealing with. But when it came to the complex medical issues, I was literally stuck. And plus, I had this suspicion that the doctors really weren't telling me something. The next day, my loving wife, Carolyn, who had been a nurse and was now an attorney, was there by my side, and it was then that we made this most horrific discovery. We found out that my suspicions had been true. The doctors had been lying to us. I had never considered the idea that the hospital would just continue with all the tests and procedures just to be able to get our money. The truth was, my father was dying. Thank God for Carolyn being there, because she was able to deal with the doctors, and that freed me up to be able to calm down my mom and my sister and to take charge of the situation. It wasn't easy, but we made it through. And the experience taught us a great deal. And so when we got home, we started telling our friends about it, primarily ones that had aging parents themselves. And they started asking us questions. Questions like, my dad's memory is getting bad. How can we find out if he's got dementia? Or, my mom lives alone and her health is failing and she refuses our help. What do we do? Or, my sister and I disagree about how to best care for my parents. What does the law say about who has the right to make that decision? And with Carolyn's medical and legal expertise, and my expertise as a therapist, we put up this website in hopes that we could ease their pain and help them take the right steps, something most people never take the time to do. Then people started calling us for consulting with them personally, which we now do Monday through Friday. And we've been so fortunate to be able to help so many people just like us. It is truly what we love to do.
Feel free to visit our website at agingparents.com. To watch more helpful videos, click here to subscribe, or watch the next video. Also, check us out on Facebook or on Twitter. Thank you for watching.